right there, and we'll get this one underway here with the T-side start from G2, NiP to defend, and well, they can throw that strap book, light it on fire, and just go a little bit strange
so this
here.
is a JACKZ pistol. He gets to talk them through and coordinate their pistol rounds. Let's see what he fancies. Throwing them through mid nice and early with a little bit of NiKo flare at top mid.
There's 3 players B, they're running into the stack.
They are, and even the kit, AmaNEk, needs something to slow him down. He's been whittled away at, but it's again Plopsky and Fozy who are delivering all they need. Only NiKo, no armor behind this P250, but more than capable. Fozy's his first test, and it might be his last. Barrel, info, headshot. Fozy's gone. Opts for a USP to finish the job.
It looked like they want to swing together on this, so jumping from info at doors, window ready to peer on out. NiKo aware of the possibility.
Yeah, he knows where they both are.
He's actually forced them into a different setup. Now you can see Rez, Plopsky both jumping back away from the doors and window respectively. They're tucking in tight, and they're allowing NiKo to come to them. Plenty of time to work this one out.
Does he want to just cut noise long enough for it to be a potential tons?
Have to respect it at some point for sure. You can see now the reposition of Plopsky. Looks like he can deal with that from back sight.
And now it's just a question of when and how NiKo takes his engagements. Oh, God, it's brilliant. And now a process of elimination dictates if Bricks ain't fighting, it's got to be sight. NiKo knocking in. IP out of his sight. That is stunning. Simply sensational stuff out of NiKo.
Doesn't click twice. Just one. Just the
oh, it's just perfect from the start right to the finish. Look at this.
Bang. Oh, absolute scorchers.
Those are the shots no one hits. The ones when they've got the info off the jiggle and you just have to tuck your tongue and lose.
What are you meant to do against that?
He just bangs them out. What a gangster, man.
Well, he had such a great series, map of Nuke, and they weren't able to cross the line. So, look, if he's going to kick this one off in that style, sure, but we need the supporting cast to be here. It can't just be the NiKo show again. We've already seen that's not enough.
Yeah, we heard from Hunter's interview as well. He thinks it's about time they started lifting trophies. Well, you're in a semi-final right now as favorites. It's time to prove it. AmaNEk's at least made it competitive here. They've got the bomb loose and they've smoked on top of it. So retrieval should be possible and relatively uncontested, especially with that weapon. Galil lies idle towards Cat.
Look, they don't have a flash here to initiate. Well, they do have a flash. They might flash and fight mid here. Fozy's on his way.
They're all there. This has got grounds for a competitive round here.
They're going to be quick on the flank. If they mantle up.
Nice timing on this. AmaNEk's responsible though, so he'll... Ooh, hello, info and a smoke. G2 aren't rushing this.
That should be that, really. Now, with this crawl, you can see into the site here that molly towards CT spawn, nobody can peer up the ramp and take the fights. They're still taking their time about this.
Yeah, there could be a scout long, they don't know.
It still should be a great round here with a re-smoke on short. That denies another 20 seconds off the clock. Bomb goes down now. So NiP really want to give this one a crack. They've picked up that Galil on AmaNEk. They're going through.
Yeah, flash up. AmaNEk, oh, that's so good. Plays close, plays anti, and knocks off heads. No helmets present, the Glock potent. You like the way that felt. He wants more.
In fact, he's looking and actually searching right now with the Glock in hand. Oh, Fozy's given up his position right now, and AmaNEk's been able to peel in between the two of them right now. So just creating a wedge between AmaNEk and Fozy, who's running all the way back over towards B backyard.
Long-range Glock is asking a lot, but he's just about pulled it across.
Of course, the 3 Glock kills against the 4 spy. Everybody's standard play. And at range, of course. Why wouldn't you pull out the scout and just scope it on the head? It's the AmaNEk special. When we all know and love, and they will just carry across the Deagle that was AmaNEk's sidearm and the Galil. So still something to make this interesting, but Kenny goes down. The bomb was thrust forward there, but they handled it well. Just good utility usage, took their time. And this is a map right now where you're not going to get as stumped on the T side if you are G2, because it's a lot more scrimmy, right? It's a lot more open. You can take a lot more of these aim fights. And that's where they should be the clear favorites. Now, they were the clear favorites on map number 1 as well. If Device was in the server, you have a different conversation, right? But without Device, the expectations were very low. So everybody who plays Counter-Strike at any level would all be aware of how difficult it is to just hit a one-tap on a frequent basis. right?
Well, there's a reason people typically spray and control their spray so that you get more than one bullet.
I swear, like, one of the key components here, it might be a good question for NiKo. It's like, how heavily are you breathing while you're doing this? Because to keep your hands so calm, right? It's always so calm. And I know that he's a low sense get.
Oh, God, Plopski's definitely held his breath and pulled 2 miraculous frags out of the hat. He wants more. He knows they're low, and it's happening again. G2's worst nightmares, losing to Deagles. It keeps replaying in their head. AmaNek's got a good weapon for a 1v2, you know? And if they don't suspect it, okay, maybe they do. Yeah, he's been given the Jewel, and Hunter will give them the 4 kills they needed to get through that. God, a bit scary towards the end there.
Okay, well, at least they've got some fight. And I want to carry a sentiment across from the desk here. Janko and Jason were talking about the fact that NiP should get a little bit fruity with things, push into lower dark a lot, keep this as jarring as possible, right? Make sure that G2 are a little bit unhinged, because there will be extra micromanagement with Kenny in the server. So if they're able to do that and make them frazzled, at that point, they might be setting themselves up for success. But Kenny, he's got the AWP out right now. And Fozy the same for the other side of things towards long. JACKZ running quite quickly here.
Yeah, this is what Plopski can do. It seems like he's still cut out for the task. Couldn't ask for more from a long anchor receiving a long take. A frag, some damage, and full HP for his reposition. He's going to be operating as a bit of a footstool for Fozy.
In the pit already, though. You don't want to be re-peeking this into Kenny. Warning shot. I don't think you'll be considering that one. Reposition right now as they start to creepy crawl their way up the long wall, and they can pounce on this at any moment. Hampus with a HE ready as they go. There's the smoke, there's the nade. And there's another.
Yeah, it's going to really soften NiKo up. He's at 39 by the time he actually gets past the Hampus nade. Wall over the smoke. Quick trade. Plopski continues to be a thorn.
Another nade.
Side, another one from Hampus. He's thrown 3, and now an incendiary on top of that. Rez
straight through the smoke.
All the way from downtown. Well, this is a very convincing and stylish way to pick themselves up their first gunny here. And first round in general.
I wonder if AmaNEk wants to give this one a go. He does. Has a look and steps into 4. They claw that one back. They need to get the AWP, and they will. Plopski recovers that. We'll give that one over to Fozy. And I was having a little bit of a look at his Dust2 stats. Don't. Okay. We'll leave it there. Yep. But
I can still give you his nuke ones if you want.
Yes, no, that's good, right? The thing is, don't use that historical reference point of his Dust2 stats right now for us to talk about, because the thing is, they're not great, but maybe they can be great, right? Because right now, you're just going to be playing heart on your sleeve type Counter-Strike here. He might be able to pull off a bit of a miraculous showing here on the CT side, so let's see. Orp trained on suicide. Kenny has the bomb in that position, so needs to be very careful about things.
Yeah, like a reaction speed test given to him there. And that's proper. A bit more action on doors here if that nade didn't finish the job for them.
The utility damage from Hampus.
Just keep track, because he's already starting to look a little bit naughty. Some more for you. Fozy another, this time onto JACKZ, but it is just that light buy. A competitive investment, and competitive especially when NiKo's Deeg is in the mix. He's more than capable. You get at least 2 or 3 of them a series with NiKo. That's a guarantee. That Deagle Blaze has made me squeal more often than I care to admit.
He's going to get a couple of other fights in a similar vein here. Plopski's head just perched below that wall. You can see him on the jiggle here.
Yeah, this can spiral with Fozy so low. If they lose the site player, that's one more chance out of NiKo's Deeg, and yeah, he's gone. Plopski's done well with that. Kenny trying to fill the void, can't, and he's got them all. Fozy for good measure on top.
Okay, well, they handled that one here. Just taking a quick look at Hampus's utility damage. Now, I want you to note the next highest player in the server for the NiP defense with utility damage is Plopski with 6. Hampus has 182, and we've played 5 rounds of Counter-Strike. So let's just keep track of that, see how many HGs he's able to land here. Maybe he can rival Alexi B's.
Yeah, and Jakey, if you wouldn't mind, if we can, when it's available and your professional opinion dictates it's cool, could we just keep an eye on what they're leaving in CT spawn? That would be cool.
We've got Jay in the server as well, who can keep an eye on that for us too. So the Wombo combo, but here's that push.
He's ready. Kenny, at least he's ready and done his research for new Dust2, and it's twists and turns. AmaNEk has pulled his util out early in a way to deter.
Yeah, that right there actually has played against them here, because I think maybe, just maybe, G2 would have tried to execute in towards B. They had 4 players in upper tunnels. Now they're just going back for something that resembles a bit more of a default spread. Hunter through lower. Gonna lob out some util of his own, and NiKo's been overseeing business from the green box top mid, no longer green. Hasn't been green for years. Hinge smoke dropped, and maybe, just maybe, they want to keep this B hit on the menu.
I mean, Plopski's right to be concerned. If they were to go A right now, which it seems they are, yeah, NiP are all on the move.
This is a great gamble call right now. This is probably hampus from the grave.
It's up for debate if they get there in time. It's all hinging on the pace of NiKo.
They will get there. They will get there. Plopski's timing on long is the next differential here. So as long as fozy can get towards mid-long with the AWP, they are set up for success.
Great gamble. hampus pulling the strings.
Oh, this is so risky. This is so risky.
Oh, yeah, but now they know the AWP is committed down there. The one-way smoke, the Vanguard smokes usually crab walking through, at least kept honest.
That's the bomb long, though.
Bomb long loose. Rez puts down another. And now just a 2v2.
This is winnable.
Yeah, and they have to cross through. This is a great recovery if they can finish with a flourish. It looks positive. If anything, it favors the ninjas. They have to cross, no smokes. A headshot angle. AmaNEk collects a quick one out of Kenny. Giving us a throwback. 10 seconds, though, Kenny. You got to get that bomb down, bro. 5. He will have it. AmaNEk, will he jump to contest? Does he dare? Kenny with the flash and the peek. Okay. Doesn't confirm AmaNEk. Yeah, he's actually still angled, hoping that Kenny will have a look for info. The off angle from AmaNEk cancelled. Oh! Okay, quick scope shy. AmaNEk gets the info as well. A battle of wits now between the two of them. Kenny scopes up. AmaNEk. Oh! And he gets a flick to the face. Kenny comes up clutch and impact from the substitute.
And that's what we're expecting out of Kenny, right? Dust2 is a map where he can do his absolute best work on the big green. So massive shot out of him to close that one down. But Plopski felt like he had done enough there. See AmaNEk here just with the tip of the head. Rez overzealous in that peak and puts AmaNEk into a very, very difficult position. But G2 will grab their 4th round. And how many more can they build now? Tagged on the cross. AmaNEk down to 12 points of health. He's going to be feeling that one for the remainder of round number 7.
At least it wasn't a frag. He lives on. Too long. If they do really want to try it.
hampus is actually tucked all the way into pit, which is pretty interesting to see here. So he's full baiting right now. They're kind of hoping that they come towards long, which is not the case right now. Doors smoked, thrust up cat.
They've been smoked off short, right? So the next question is, how did G2 react? You've had a lot of time shaved off of your approach. You want to keep yourself unpredictable. CT info could have been taken elsewhere. No one's attending to tunnels as it currently stands.
This is just a retake A setup fully here because fozy's now gambling and you can see him crawling across mid, seeing absolutely nothing whatsoever. So right now, you don't know how many are up short and you don't have anybody to defend against that. Now they make some noise. And for fozy to get back in position as an AWPer from this, it's not great. The avant-garde smokes come out. They'll have that to play over, but they're coming back to the mid to B. If NiKo sees nothing on the site, maybe they'll second guess it, but they've already dropped down and fozy's got one.
Okay, if he tucks into the site as well, they might assume he's isolated. They think they've faked out the A. Now the AWP is again taking contact. No other resistance found.
They're going back. They're jumping back up. NiKo's called this clear and jumped into spawn. He's gone down as well.
fozy, a hugely impactful round for the ninjas in pajamas here, and hampus is ready. He will be Molotov'd out. He just has to do something.
Here comes the flash.
Biding time, swinging out for the flash. Doesn't deliver. 15. Hunter, Kenny, need a plant. Only man that can contest is Plopski. How do you disrupt this? The bait, the switch, the frag, the bomb now down. He can't get the transfer. Instead, a 1v, or rather 2v2. And fozy's already long. This is 3 now for the young gun. His 2nd match in a tier 1 capacity. And now at the top of the scoreboard for the ninjas with Plopski. Hiding on the site is Hunter. Oh, and he's found the perfect headshot. That was so calm.
That's a tag again.
Yeah, struggled against Kenny. Now he's up against Hunter, and so worse for wear. Lovely repositioned, quad kill out of Hunter. Just taking it in turns, reminding us the individuals and what they are capable of.
Oh, just bailing themselves out of these situations here. Great stuff from G2. And you think they've done enough. It looked like they overthought the situation. That rotation actually looked genius. As fozy gets 2 massive kills right there, but just not enough. hampus in the site. If they didn't molly site, hampus had won the round because the wombo combo, I can see the flash getting primed from Plopski. hampus is calling for it. He hopes it comes quicker and quicker. Burn out of position, goes down, and, well, that really is the beginning of the end for the round.
And the pendulum they swung. I mean,
they were very lucky.
finest margins there. 18 seconds when you've decided you're going back up short of an Xbox. It's a very, very, very temperamental situation, but what are G2 if they're not volatile?
Yeah, that's one of the things as well. With NiKo's position, when he's out behind the avant-garde smokes and he sees nothing and he doesn't hear anybody making noise in CT spawn, he's like, okay, well, they have no idea what we have on the other side of this. And he tried to take the liberty of space, which was the right play. Unfortunately, fozy was ready for that, but regardless, there's the round. And we take a little bit look, Hunter leading the charge, 10 to his name. JACKZ yet to frag, but they still have the 5 rounds to the 2 of NiP. And, well, NiP are back down to pistols here. So as long as G2 don't rush ramp, I think they're all right.
Ouch.
There's no ramp on this map, guys.
I could find one.
Well, they're out long.
And NiKo is going to be very happy to greet these two with headshots. A couple of clicks. Oh, it's exactly as he visualized it. Maybe didn't anticipate a res return. A refrag of sorts. He certainly did.
Ooh.
Oh, not at that moment. And just about around the corner as the hunt continues. Well, he's at least keeping the entire NiP squad busy and tucking in 3 of them into an early bedtime.
Yeah, I think right now A is open for business, but just being diligent at G2. You can see the flash, you can see the molly, but they will be into the site. No qualms whatsoever. Hunter top mid, and, well, fozy would love to get himself a rifle if he could. Plopski's going to do his darndest to hold on to his. We can start that 40-second timer now, but this will be the 6th round. And the dramas I'm having is I don't want to get too excited because map number 1, it was a 10-3 lead in favor of G2 early. The problem is now that this isn't Nuke anymore, you probably should, right? If we get to a 10-3 scoreline again with the T side here at G2, it feels like a matter of time game, but I would have said that about the previous map too. So we will hold our horses.
Consider my horses held.
He's been having a good game. That's good to see, right? He's one of these individuals who has been struggling in recent history in the NiP team. We all want to see more from Rez. Device is the individual who was continuing to put up the best possible performances.
Something that's interesting that Plopski is not shy in admitting where his faults may lie. When I asked him about it recently, I don't want to spoil the interview, but it's so relevant, is that he, as a young player, was happy to admit that a lot of his woes are not necessarily mechanical, but mental. As in, he can sometimes...
Pressure.
Yeah, he succumbs to pressure or gets lost in his own thoughts when he needed to be focused on that gameplay.
Yeah,
But now... has a prime example, sorry to talk over you.
No worries.
But with him, you know, looking so comfortable, 12-5, he's fragging up a storm up against a good team. There is zero pressure. I mean, I would argue maybe a little sure in terms of wanting to close out a lead in a semi-final, but in terms of there having a very valuable alibi, you've got one, you know?
Yeah, hampus is standing up, so you know that's not also a good sign. But yeah, that point about the confidence thing and no pressure in this scenario, 3 out of the 4 teams who were in our semi-finals were all operating with that in a similar vein, right? NiP, obviously, virtue of this Device situation, and you probably could have said that even if Device wasn't the serving, well, AmaNEk's just joined, you know, it's still pretty fresh. G2, we know that they have the Kenny S stand-in situation as well as the future of this team is also another one up for debate at the moment. I see Monacy has been released by Na'Vi, I think, or he's put on the transfer list, one of the two. And obviously, Vitality, those rumors, I think they're a little bit more than rumors at this point. So we know that 2022, for a lot of these rosters, means different faces in the server. And with that, you can just play some Counter-Strike, have a bit of fun with it, enjoy your time, do what you do best. Hampus sitting back down, so maybe, just maybe, we are ready and raring to go. He's typing something. He's sitting in, he's pulling himself closer.
Getting his measuring tape out.
Does Hampus strike you as a guy who worries about his setup?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not in the slightest. I do have a special place in my heart for JACKZ and that arrow key gaming. He's the only one I regularly see who's living that arrow key lifestyle.
He does take up a lot of extra space.
He does.
I mean, he's a hog. He's a bit of a space hog.
He's
there.
essentially got 2 players worth of room between him and his keyboard.
And his arm would have to be so wide because it is next to the monitor stand, right?
Look when he has to type.
He's got
got to be bad for your posture and your spine.
The spinal column. All right, well, does look like maybe an issue or 2 more here. We have multiple members assisting old Hampus with this little pit stop.
And the players are unable to communicate too much. So yeah, just typing in game and hanging on out. 6 already on the T side, but you were just starting, before we did get delayed here, you were just starting to talk a little bit about the fact that you're not ready to kind of start celebrating and basking in the glory of G2, even though it does look glorious. It did look glorious at 10-3 as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just recent history. Less than an hour ago, you can see what went wrong. Now, I think that if they are in a good spot and then the game starts getting close again and then they lose another round that they shouldn't, like a ramp rush round, for example, the tilt could set in. But realistically, right, if you were going to ask me my genuine prediction without, you know, bringing in what we just saw, I would say that now at this juncture of the game, the next two maps that we'll be seeing played, just the fact that it's going to allow for a bit more ease in the T-side playbook, it should be G2 closing them out. But I don't know. I'm going to hold myself back in this situation.
Well, NiP have already proven that they can convert. You know, they held their nerve. They had some individual brilliant moments as well. Hampus had a lovely ace in the first round of OT, and they just ran with it. And speaking of Hampus, just keeping a track of him, it looks like the earbuds are going in. Very good signs. And this might be one of the last times we get to see threat behind a team. I mean, that blows my mind, considering just how legendary of a name he's been, how long he's done this.
What was the role you said he was going to? The technical tactical.
Technical director.
It is technical?
Yeah. Oh, look who's in the chat. We've got Sado joining us live, and you can join him as well over at the fan cam. That's IEM.gg/fancam. Go say your hellos. Round 9. Fight.
Well, they have AWPs on both sides. A deep mid molly to stop any of those crazy lower dark maneuvers right there, and an Xbox smoke for good measure. So Ozzy is the individual playing close cat with his big green, and they'd love to get a rifle round on the board just yet. Very deep, long doors smoke from Plopsky, and that is going to contain JACKZ. It's going to keep him busy, but Fozy's having a little bit of a look, and a leg shot onto Kenny ain't bad.
Not bad at all, and that's better. Rez has taken down the NiKo mid-progress.
It's a very important kill. A very important frag. I think NiKo thinks, okay, the AWP's short, I'm going to try my luck at mid doors there, but Rez stops him in his tracks.
Well, this bodes very well for that first gun round you just spoke of, and NiP reminding us that they are here to play and even to close. Back to B it will be. You've got Rez over there.
Yeah, he is a bit low, right? So if a molly lands in his direction, might get a bit hot under his toes. Hampus floating in spawn, and Fozy now floating back over towards the A side of things. It is looking very much like a B commit here.
Yeah, they don't have answers short yet, so it will just be these two. And he's not ready for an AWP clear. This might be the first contact on Kenny. Molly's good, but he's sticking around for the greed. The greed burning down. AmaNEk still hits the shot. What a way to open up the site. His teammates.
That molly on Rez.
Yeah, burning down. You're absolutely bang on. Hampus has, however, got something going. JACKZ dancing around the bricks. And that bomb will be going down uncontestable.
This site is so hard to retake right now. The best thing they have going for them is 2 flashes, but do they want to give it all up here looking into a round like this?
Hampus is he's got a bit of a crazy look in his eye.
With the flashes.
Let's see what he pre-aims. Actually, nice out. Does manage to accelerate and find cover for a second. Down goes this AWP. He at least has the info. Big box, and it's Fozy who's been summoned to save. He's flexing his AWPs as well.
Oof, he just tucked around the corner as well. Hunter was starting to pick over towards window, so hot pursuit is on. JACKZ has picked up the AWP, and Fozy will do his best to get away. A bullet in the booty as he should be safe over towards long now. Bomb about to go off, and that will be round number 7. But what started so well, you can see how quickly that fell apart. And AmaNEk there, I am surprised with the way that they decided to operate, right? Because normally Bogdan's Law, well, Kenny was the one that got tagged low early, and he had the AWP, but he ended up giving that over to AmaNEk on full HP. So that's quite opposite to what we see. But that was fantastic, because what it allowed was him to stand in that Molotov and find the opening kill on Car. Without the opening kill on Car, there really was no avenue into B. So another impact kill from AmaNEk, that's what we love to see, and more mopping up of the mess from Hunter, as that saved AWP is met with another Rez into a big green as well. Let's see if that can be a difference maker. Kenny to pick long corner.
Can't stick around in that while your screen is white and your toes are warm. Gives it up, but G2, they have already proven that they are here to dispute NiP's claim for a 2-0. Rez on that secondary.
Thing is, they're already very unpredictable, so it's not like it makes them more unpredictable here. They need to make sure they hit shots with this. So a flash over, a peek out, and a shot from Kenny. Easy as you like there, ready for your little tricks, he says. If they go back long, Plopsky and AmaNEk are waiting for this. Looks like they're lining up some util. Short control being garnered right now by NiKo. AmaNEk and JACKZ going through the doors. Now, as long as Kenny doesn't commit into the trap, they can still pivot this bomb.
Well, that's a lot of damage. We were keeping track of that earlier. They are pushing in, though, and it's criminally underchecked. And again, breaks the necks. Plopsky keeps the numbers in favor.
Oh, Kenny's going to rotate. Hampus has just dumped up Cat.
Yeah, but they might not spot him. Kenny scoped up, has no idea, and neither do his squad mates. Hunter's dead.
Kenny should go B.
He could with the bomb. Never mind that, he's actually found the last of that flank, so NiKo has the sight, calling for aid. Need to not lose this duel. Plopsky, ambitious, close on the taps, managing the spray, brings him low to 42. And it's Fozy that might be able to finish with the nade. No, caught out, kept on it. The meaning of life and all that, but 8 and 2. And looking great for it. That's 5 in a row now from this T squad. Could have been 2 from AmaNEk. I'm surprised that hampus didn't manage to translate that into anything more.
Yeah, it felt like he was really the fly in the ointment of that round right there, but Kenny catching him there. Big round and big kills to find us. Yeah, this one is starting to sting right now. NiP need another pistol round victory, and while Deagle's out for all 5, hampus tagged already. Not going to be too happy with that. And AmaNEk just charging forward. 1 off the flash from Kenny. How much more can he get away with here? Continuing the fight, continuing the frags, and this one has already started to drop aside for NiP. The util can follow on through. So can the rest of the team. And look where Hunter is. He's already cleared B. They know where you are.
That was the only thing that could have gone wrong. A very nice cleanup. And it's over before it really began. 1 minute 26 still of the round remaining. 9 secured.
All right, well, at least they were quick on that one. So back into the guns. And back into their best chance yet. I love the pathing from AmaNEk. You know, like a lot of players would go straight blue bin. He's just gone, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go straight forward here, actually. Gets 2 kills, profits from all of that, and Hunter on his B lurks. We have seen that out of the G2 camp before. And there's 3 grenades left in spawn. So there we go. Nice bit of info for everybody playing at home. We'll see how much more hampus can find. And that's a quick door smoke from NiKo, trying to sell a bit of a beat. No, it is going to be a beat.
Yeah, well, they're popping. They're popping. So quick. AmaNEk, flash, still contributes. Rez, flash, but still, again, finding headshots close on the AWP. Oh, and they're all running into the crosshair. Very little remains of G2. They just get denied upon entry. Grabbed by the scruff of their neck, NiKo. Looking to try and do anything with his incredibly low HP. A nade could finish the job. A stiff breeze could finish the job.
Hampus is just continuing picking up these nades.
Oh, yeah?
Just trying to bombard
Are they throwing them up to him?
I think they got like thrown up there for him to grab.
Oh, lovely.
So he could just pick them up from the ledge and throw them towards lower. So NiKo, very lucky to still be alive here. But if we're going to take this serious for a second, I think if NiKo can get another kill in a round like this, he's done a lot of damage. Buys and no dramas over there for G2. Plenty of cash money for them. One more frag, especially if it could be onto Fozy here and they don't retrieve the AWP. That would be best case.
Not out of the realms.
No, and he is their first target for NiKo.
Lovely reactions out of Fozy. Continues to deliver when he's required. Fist bumps exchange as NiP do look to try and state a claim here.
Fozy's not looking like a fish out of water, right? No. I think that's something that needs to be pointed out here. This was great from Rez, a couple of nice kills here. But look, it was a different approach, right? Something quicker out of the G2 camp. And last time they tried something quick, they struggled too. So might just be able to go back to the slower maneuvers. JACKZ and Kenny down the suicide and tag again. He's hitting these consistently.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a bit of a throwback for us. That's how the nades are getting there.
That's the maneuver. Thank you very much, Plopsky.
And hampus. I mean, Kenny will be looking for you, but it's just a question of timing on this. And the nade as well is info. Oh, and damage right at the toes of NiKo as he rounds the corner. And here comes number 2.
A bit more shallow. Oh.
He finishes what he started, Kenny. So now with a man advantage, G2 set for a 10th. Can they build into it? Any disruption from hampus? He's just looking to delay now with smoke in the doors. It's a statement of his mental state. Oh, and more nades for NiKo. That's all hampus' nade damage. 17 and counting.
He's got another one as well. He's grabbed another one.
Long is clear. Bomb is on its way. Intention is clear. hampus should win this every day of the week. but he's not going to clear it. And NiKo, despite the nade damage, has avenged himself. Gotten himself out of trouble. Finally falls. Where's those smokes for that cross? Ask and you shall receive.
Oh, CT's helped them out too here. Trying to use that to scale on up, and they will. A flash through would be great. It looks like it's missed the mark.
3 of them there. At least one of them anti at all times. And that was JACKZ. He's gone down. Kept even. Is maintained by Kenny from long range. And now AmaNEk, don't fancy your chances here as 2 of them grouped up. Oh, he gets the info, knows one sight. Another fight on this A-bomb. Familiar territory for AmaNEk, but he's already leaving.
Been in a few of these situations, and the backpedal right now, it doesn't signal confidence that he's going for this one. AWP, he's just run past it. Normally great with the movement here, so on his way up, has that HE in hand, and if he could land it on top of Hunter, it could be a free kill, but so many places to choose from. Site, Goose, ramp. Well, he's picked incorrectly here towards the site, and it will be the save. That is the round number 10 on the board, 10-3. We've been here before, and he should be able to scoop up that AWP. Here it is. Thank you very much.
Very nicely left by Fozy.
Yeah, leaning up against the wall. You can't miss that one. It's like a pool cue. But, this is hard to get excited about right now if you are an NiP fan, but we will start getting excited if they do convert the next 2, because it'll be a mirror image of map numero 1.
Indeed, 10-3 was the scoreline we kept spitting as overtime was secured.
Double orbs.
Difference being, of course, the map and that side. Let's see. Kenny. He's been great on the cross, but can he win the duel? It's a head-to-head. He's got the pixels of Rez. And Rez just can't seem to match him at all. JACKZ has been given the unenviable task of just staring at those doors for every single round of their default. AmaNEk has paid a heavy price, but he's actually won his B duel, so call it a 4v4.
hampus has been able to get that AWP as well, and oh, speaking of orbs, Fozy's found one over towards long, so starting great, falling apart now. 3-on-4 situation. hampus being a bit of a jarring force around middle here, and smoke, it's not there forever. We'll start to fade now as Kenny is searching.
Oh yeah, he really wants this fight, and it'd be perfect time. Quick react, they will overwhelm. Running him down, down goes the AWP, and the chances for that mid to be rising heavily. AmaNEk, he did win one. Plopski's pushed through the long doors now, so there is a timing window.
Very well timed.
And a great shot from Kenny. He actually just opened up the B site from way downtown. Plopski may have saved the ninjas here. If Kenny can get himself in, the answer's no. This is quite the chaotic round, and AmaNEk, he's getting interesting with it.
He wants to fake and jump up here, but that's not going to happen, mate. Get your feet on the ground.
That's what he wanted. Strike, multi, oh, glorious! AmaNEk takes matters into his own hands, gets real cheeky with it.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Between Kenny and AmaNEk, they grab another. The impact of Kenny with the AWP and AmaNEk on the close right here. I love this from NiKo, the little maneuver off of the AWP once the pot shot is taken, but that is huge from Kenny on that kill. The flash came on in. Call with a nade in the hand. Plopski goes down, and what are you meant to do with your Fozy? You have the AWP, you can't swivel.
Chef's kiss on that from AmaNEk.
You love to see it, and now just scouts as, oh, I've seen this one before. Push mid, when in doubt, take the fight, and here they come.
And there they go, JACKZ. Quick one to the dome of Plopski, and that's their highest delivering fragger. Kenny might even have a little shot there. No, smoke will pop before he gets his shot.
Well, if they just bide their time, actually, JACKZ, he might not be ready for this too, up through suicide.
Yeah, and that's quite the angle from Fozy. Look at what the lifestyle he is living. And here they come. Nice from NiKo. He will catch that avant-garde position off. Still, though, what was a 2-man disadvantage is a 1.
Well, I was going to say, they should know that B's the play here, but if they get the kills, that works too.
You are up against a full...
Kenny's in dark with the bomb.
Good catch, Chad. That really could have... That was like the only way that goes wrong. The only way that goes... Like he heard you.
But he's still coming.
Oh my God. And he's still got his bomb out. He's still got the bomb out, baby. Sat by Hunter. AmaNEk scout is threatening. They're oh so low. He could do something ridiculous here.
Didn't do an AK. Has some flashes as well.
Oh, this is perfect. AmaNEk looking to make a big name for himself in that NiP jersey. He's stopping at exactly the right spot. Burnt to 16. He knows it's the right site. Some great scout shots.
He has to go.
He wants to go. And he burns to a crisp before he can manifest anything more. 12. G2 looking to quickly rush to an equalizer. Forget all about Nuke. Well, it's just 4 rounds away. We'll find out how quick and how much resistance NiP have got left in the tank. Welcome back to the Fraggin'. We are into our second map of our second semi-final. A week's hiatus in preparation and a little bit of twist on either side. NiP, you can see him there on your screens, are fielding a member of the Academy roster in the absence of Device, and it went great for that Nuke. A great Tier 1 debut as well for Fozy, but now we're ready to see G2 awoken. 12 already to the good and heading into the defense. Chad, this seems like Inferno is just a moment away. Graffiti is out. It has been a chess match with some chokes. Let's see. Very loud. Hunter will relay that information, but
B retake.
A very quick flank. And yeah, B retake is for sure. How quick of this Tun's presence, though. Rouge shock for Rez. Bullet already in his face. Bomb down. Clicks continue. Kenny as well, finding ahead. NiP are really going to struggle to hold on to this. It's a question of pace.
From upper dark here.
They've even got kit.
Yeah, so Kenny's going to flash. They're going to come through tunnels, and then Kenny will have to defuse. So here we go. We're in the flashes.
Yeah, he wants eyes on them, and then the flashes come in high. And off they go, sailing through the sky. Good resistance, huge resistance. They've stood their ground, a one-on-one. It's up to the new kid on the block, 2 already to his name, and flying over is Kenny. And he's 3 kills on the pistol, and NiP have some fight in them yet.
Wow. Look, if I'm going to be real critical of that whole situation, the retake was very poorly timed with the flashes. You can see the flashes went off and they weren't even pushed through the precipice of tunnel just yet. So that one right there, in terms of the retake communication, not ideal, but great shots. hampus with 2, fozy with 3, and a one-on-one. This is going to be doing wonders for his confidence right here, just playing it down to the wire. And puts G2 on the back foot. Well, actually, maybe not. NiKo, with that deagle, straight up mid is the point man. Shot just to the side of the head, and he'll be cleaned on up. And that's going to leave G2 in a 4v5 very early in this one. Long control for NiP, no dramas. hampus has already been able to get across, and double scouts on the CT side. One for AmaNEk, one for Kenny. And Kenny's is the most important right now because they are starting to pivot back towards top cap. Palm tree, they're on the swing.
He only gets one chance at that. And his team has evaporated in the process.
That must have been massive from hampus.
He just got 2 heads. I thought it was 2 different players. They know where you is, and we know how this one ends.
Okay, well, a bit more pep in the step here in the second half already. Quite quick in the approach in these last 2 T rounds, and this one here should be more of the same. 5 bodies to find. Upgrades will be very light on.
AmaNEk trying to make a call. He's saying the dog is under the table. The orange is orange.
Oh dear. Poor AmaNEk. Well, he'll learn. He's a quick learner.
My sister is visiting this weekend.
Where is the toilet?
Yes. Où est la bibliothèque?
I'll try their luck at mid. NiKo the first to die yet again. And well, this is the CT side now. This is where you don't expect them to have the same woes as what we saw on Nuke. And I'm loving the pace out of NiP, taking the fights, and Rez operating with just a Glock, a bit of a flusher special. Back and forth, they slink up short, out mid.
Oh, with double smoke, typical indicator of a commit, and it's exactly that. Just charging on in, Rez even with just the Glock to humble them a little bit, and humbled they were. Kenny and AmaNEk actually making it costly from that CT area, and just JACKZ remaining now on his dig. Not long for the world either. Plopsky farming up some cash as well, 600 bucks a pop. He's got 8 grand in the coffers, and you can see NiKo, a quick check-in of his series stats. That's 48 over the course of this, and 11 entry kills.
Him and Hunter are having great games here on Dust2, 18 apiece for them thus far. JACKZ has had a bit of a rough showing, but it was a 12-3 first half, right?
Yeah.
Kills don't always come your way. That's just Counter-Strike. Plopsky as well. Honorable mention for him, up to 19, leading the server. But here we go. First rifle round in the second half of play. And lots of flashes long for NiKo to contend with here.
Yeah, he's full blind, full spray, full send. Plopsky's out and about, boosting up quick for control. And they can just hit pause, put a pin in long control. They've got it.
I like this response as well. The double smokes that were just dropped, one is by the CTs and one is by a T corner smoke. We've highlighted this before, but it's just to make sure that nobody's crossed towards pit. So by boosting up on the blue bin, you're giving a bit of a height advantage to hampus here to take that biff, to take that battle. And once they consider pit clear, they can just go with the standard long play. They have 4 smokes remaining, heaps, even if they want to go for a double pump. Mollies as well to Molly back a sight, Gandalf if they approach up, Car as well as always a notable position. And the flashes are coming over, so sometimes the best way to play out these rounds is just keeping it simple, right? You don't want to overthink things. You don't want to be rotating back and forth too much. This is the territory you have. As I say that, they do start to complicate things. Back towards middle. The AWP is parked in pit. JACKZ is pushing up, though.
Yeah, it's all hinging on that lower tons contact as well as top.
Surprise.
Yeah, 2 of them. They know it's close. JACKZ does well to find a head, but then they maybe not be ready for AmaNEk. Could be cleared here. Will be cleared, but takes one with him. Back and forth, the pendulum swings. Hunter continues to make things interesting, but they're locked into CT here, Chad. hampus, that molly could save your life if you drop it. Instead, loud about it. Now he's thrown it.
We'll stop the jump peek.
They'll heard that.
Push.
fozy, you heard that. Nice find. Takes the head, and surely the round. Kenny locked out, low HP. NiP set for a 7th as he goes scooping up what little he can find. A full kit of utility, though. You'll take that every day of the week.
Yeah, he is going to be saving, though. Over towards suicide now, and there's the rounds. Another one that got very biffy there. That dink from JACKZ, the one in the dink as well. He did so much damage there with an awkward timing on that push. But proactive stuff from G2 stopped in their tracks, and I think you have to turn your attention to Plopsky for that opener there onto NiKo through the smoke. That's the one that kicked things off in style. Now, fozy's come back. He's got his AWP. I like that. I like an AWPer who knows when to drop the AWP. Right? That's good to see. Makes him more mobile, a bit more active in the fights. It came in handy as well, because imagine Hunter pushes that smoke. It's an AWP. He misses. And then he goes down. So I like it. I like what we're seeing here. This is good stuff. Only 5 rounds the difference.
Oh, Chad, I mean, I didn't even want to start that conversation, but your chuckle has already...
It's just so hard to see happening, but at the same time, it would be the classic G2. Now, we're going to go back to 2019. Nexa, if you're listening,
cover your ears.
Stop listening. End of 2019, CS Summit, Carrigan had to go to the airport before the grand final against G2 ended to get his visa. They already had Nato Safik standing in. They used Regin and they still beat G2.
They did, a full G2.
A full G2.
And one of their grand finals that they really had to win. Kenny completely booked. How is he alive? How are you still going? Finally, the Flames will finish him, but this is such a notoriously hard retake. Oh my God, they're actually going to just have to run away. He's just trying to keep hold of the AWP. Hunter, tooth and nail, just to preserve what little they can. I think we can relax.
Someone get the reins out a little bit there. That was the sight taken, but the fight just kept coming, didn't it?
Oy, oy, oy.
Yeah, the pace about it. You do enjoy it.
I mean, I'm sure Hampus is having some fun with this as well. He gets to call a bit more of a fruity game than he's normally allowed. You know, daddy threats, just like, have some fun with this one,
do whatever you want, mate.
Yeah.
No dramas.
It's not my job anymore.
He's just like a substitute teacher. Now,
yeah.
NiKo, do you want to go on a 1-on-3 on your own?
You ain't got time for that, but he's going to be trying to style on him a little more.
Substitute teacher comes in, wheels out the TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Was on a movie.
Threats like, all right, have any of you guys seen Moneyball? There we go. Let's manage our economy, folks.
Giving out some fist bumps. And, well, the buy is back out for G2. And when are they going to put a stop to this? Because, again, it was a 12-3 first half. Now, 12-8. So that means we're yet to see a CT-sided round from G2 just yet.
They're not having this conversation as well.
No, just us.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny did just look like he'd
seen a ghost.
Seen a ghost, certainly. And let's see what Fozy can get going on that T-side. Oh, hampus, Mister, excuse me, very fast. And somehow they've traded evenly.
Ah, the bomb site's open.
Yeah, and they even have the bomb, Chad. A smoke on the door to you. You have to go for one eventually. What is this the one?
I don't know if this is the one. They are quite bolstered as far as utility goes. That's a well-timed molly. The bomb should still get planted. As the tag will
counter molly's great.
Get out to both teams because it's so fast. We have so many nades. We have smokes for the re-smokes for the doors. We have mollies for the window. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go for it. If I'm G2, I just don't. I'm quaking in my boots.
There's another smoke on Fozy and there's another smoke on Rez. So this is literally denied for the entire time the bomb's down.
Well, it makes you feel sick if you're NiKo. He's just going to dump his nades and well plays Rez. Oh, just about gets away from it, but
they
yeah,
are saving.
That is it. That is it.
I thought all the Russian teams were eliminated. I didn't realize we were doing Rush Bs.
Yeah, and it's worked so well. I mean, that was
3 rounds to difference.
We're just keeping it simple, right, Chad?
Yeah,
Like, I mean, that was as simple as
stupid.
Walk B.
Yeah,
and then trade off me.
Hey guys, I'll entry. You just have to trade. It's quite the dream if you're Rez in that scenario right there. I can't believe there's only 3 rounds of difference.
Not again. We were joking about it in the dominant first half.
We're definitely joking about it.
Obviously a joke, but it's becoming a cruel reality if things continue to tick over this way. Now, 1916, you can see the recap of Nuke, NiP, taking their pick, and a controversial pick in analysts' eyes to go for something so complex when you are down 2 men.
All right, well, this is more of a standard approach to the round here. Nothing too crazy. Hampus is very quick on this. I think he's just going to swing.
Yeah, he's having them.
I think he's just going to swing.
He's having a laugh. Oh, NiKo spotted him. I don't think Hampus did. Oh, no, caught out. NiKo was not ready for that.
That's a desk punch.
Hampus has done it again.
He's just scrimming on them right now.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's hitting them with a proper just hold. W, great response from Kenny's nade. It will actually slow down their crawl of control. More where that came from for a default short side plant denied. But they can re-smoke and just keep that one up. It's a very dodgy smoke actually thrown out, but some angles removed for Hunter. He'll try and play around it as the bomb is planted short side.
Fozy's being flanked here in lower.
Yeah. And already Hunter's gone. Fozy's dead. A 3-on-3 established, and Kenny's already done a lot here. If he could just find Rez, it's a hard shot. He's isolated on the ramp.
Where AmaNEk is.
And they know where he's coming from. You're bang on, Chad. It's 10. NiP continue to sail through this T-side. How is this the answer to their T-side problems?
That's 7 in a row.
It's Gucci, and Fozy's right mid-table doing what he has to. Hampus is having a laugh, though.
He is having, like, he's hampus, right? When he does his aggressive maneuvers, when he's playing in structured Counter-Strike, yeah. But you can't, you're getting scrimmed on right now. Well, at least they can buy. Well, they're going out long. This might get stopped. Kenny flashed off, has to backpedal. Rez holding that W key down, straight into pit territory taken.
Yeah, it's up to Kenny now to see if he can cool his troops around the A site. You can see a big setup for the potential quick flank up Cat.
This is the difference maker. NiKo with the secondary AWP right now. So Hunter and NiKo have so much information, but it might actually come back to haunt them here. Hunter looking forward, and look at the position hampus is holding. If they were to push into spawn, he is guaranteed a kill here. This is not an angle anybody is clearing.
Not in a million years.
That flash does nothing, right? You would hope a sound cue, but because AmaNEk is forward of that, they know nothing is coming. Hunter perched on Cat will have an opportunity here unless hampus catches him slouching.
Oh, he could drive NiKo up the wall here. Oh! He's done it again! The Doctor is in. Hampus takes down NiKo, and again, NiP have the upper hand. Both smokes from Fozy. He knows his lineups. It's a double thumbs up from Threat.
They have mollies for sight. They can molly behind the box. They can molly towards CT. They can do it all. They have everything they need. The flash on through.
Yep, he's going for a vision. Not restored yet, but kept even. Fozy again with impact. His 17th. JACKZ still hungering for his 7th. Overrun has the Kenny S support. Over the top is AmaNEk, and JACKZ does look like he's repelled the invaders. And that's the end of that. G2 finally break their silence with the first, but that is just formality for them. If anything, the conversation is do that again.
It's not convincing, is it?
No.
Holy moly, okay. Well, that is the first little crack. They just need 2 more of those to secure overtime here, and 3 to take us to map number 3, being Inferno. But this was good from JACKZ, just standing his ground. Had the cavalry backing him up, necessary kills to make, so good stuff from JACKZ there, and that's what they needed. The double AWP retained. And B again, Fozy having a look, lower dark push. It's getting strange on both sides of the server.
Yeah, this is really getting a whole new flavor to this Dust2 and NiKo Hunter. This is quite the duo to break. Rez, what? Caught out, but still gets it. NiKo has to retreat, play for his life. Can't get greedy in a situation like this. A 4-on-4 established, and the Dust will settle on Dust2.
So many nades right now, and we have 3 players in upper tunnels. Rez is very, very low, but you could set up a B pounce. And once again, we're going to turn our attention to AmaNEk. His impact kills, they have been the key in certain rounds for G2 here. NiKo just outside the doors as well.
Good timing. Fozy was posted up, and
he's going to flash and peek.
Flash and peek from NiKo. Okay, gets the info, but the sweep is coming in. Info, they know he's towards the barrel.
What a nade! What a nade!
Right on his nostrils. And a molly for good measure. What's he supposed to do with that? Trying to reposition. Well, is that enough of a deterrent? No.
In fact, you know the AWP's here, but AmaNEk's the hard clear. Right?
Got a door smoke, so if they just throw that out.
They need to get past AmaNEk. He's the real problem maker.
NiKo just simply bait. AmaNEk moonwalking in. Oh, and he's gone. They actually found him. It has to be NiKo. It must be NiKo, and it is. As he makes it 23. 3 in this round. Looking to find the remaining 2. Looking to ace to keep G2's defensive hopes alive. He's getting cleared close, and Rez continues to be a nuisance.
JACKZ is very quick. T-spawn flank. This is hard for Fozy to worry about here. He's not going to be considering this just yet.
He's not ready at all. JACKZ, a big contribution. Rez. The 10 HP, 1v2, it's surely too much to ask.
Kenny has the AWP.
It's surely too much to ask. Kenny misses the first, and no scope to save G2. And it's not still much to celebrate. More relief, an exhale, all of that pressure still building, but 14 found. G2 have demonstrated they can defend these B takes.
I'm not in the server, but I'm stressed. And I look at the players, and they look stressed. Now, I know it's just 2 more rounds now, and I think those woes that were starting to creep on in have been dealt with, but just the time on the push there, like AmaNEk's being called to push forward for info, and he goes down immediately. Thank God, NiKo gets 2 kills. Oh, I don't know what Kenny thought he saw there, or if he was just shooting at Car, but that shot could have almost been his undoing.
Yeah, it really could have. And on the cross, yeah, not quite enough. Gets the info. Hunter's on long as well. Dispatched to bolster JACKZ's defense. And actually a boost, so they'll just be looking for something a bit slow unless they go for something around that smoke. JACKZ is far too well trained for that.
It's a good molly. It's going to disperse them right now in bedroom. So it's a little bit awkward right now for NiP as they stand.
He's close, though. Much closer than they may expect. And that's perfect. Okay, so it took them a full belt of util, but they've won the battle early. For long control, JACKZ calls it clear.
I think they still want to head long. You can see, oh, maybe not. The timing on this. Rez, you might get a kill. He's just under the guise of the smoke, so they can't confirm if he's crossed or not.
You can wallbang it, but he has no information or insight to imply JACKZ is here.
Well, he needs a pedestal to get on down without making sound cues here, so you can see has had to call back Plopsky to do so, but we're already at 50 seconds, and that nade, right on the noggin of 2, chipped away at. Hampus, in the meantime, is about to be set up for a short push here, so if they do go late long, it's into 2 players.
Hampus, given some room to maneuver, but still Kenny and JACKZ partner up, looking to secure it. AmaNEk, however, has other plans. If Hampus could just find the head of NiKo, he's been doing it consistently. His attention's drawn elsewhere. fozy with 1. NiKo on the site. He has a lot more on his plate. And yeah, that's a lovely smoke to buy NiKo some repositional time. Into Gandalf for the deny, and AmaNEk left wondering what he's supposed to do. 14 seconds, still 3 G2 members bearing down on his location. And that's great from Hunter. A nice double from him to keep himself close. It's just a couple of frags separating Hunter and NiKo from the top of the scoreboard, but there you have it. That is 3 in quick succession from G2.
Yeah, and a good contribution from Kenny there, setting JACKZ up for a bit of a freebie. Now, if we take a look, it has been 3 consecutive rounds for G2, and during those 3 rounds, they've actually whittled that bank of NiP down to a Galil, well, make it 2 and 3 Deagles. So it's likely this one is done and dusted, and they're trying the rush B again. AmaNEk and Kenny to defend against that. Oh, maybe not a rush B as they hit the shift key down towards lower. And here's the man in question. How many can NiKo tap away at here from Cat? On the jump peaks, looking for any info. Has spotted something now. And this nade perfectly placed on Hampus's nose.
Oh, a perfect flash. They might push on that. Oh, the CT aggression! Hunter's done with this. He's had enough. Get out of here. 4 kills from the rifle, set up for success, and he is sailing to the 3rd map. G2 have solved the mystery and send NiP to a 3rd, yet to crown the 2nd grand finalist. We're wondering who will be facing Vitality, and the answer will be decided on Inferno.